What is up, guys? Randomonium here. These are my pick'ems for the knockout stage for the World Championship. And also, I'm going to give you guys a shot to win a green infernal Amumu Chroma with also the base skin. So we'll get into that a little bit later. But first off, I want to cover what the matchups are going to be. It's going to be KT Rolster versus Invictus first, then RNG versus G2, then Afrika Freaks versus Cloud9, and then finally Fnatic versus EDG. So yeah, all these matchups are going to be, I think they're starting on Friday for me, but just depending on where you're at, you just got to check your local times to figure out when you can watch these matchups. I'm very excited for all these matchups, and this is probably the best draw we could have possibly hoped for if you're a Western team fan. Unfortunately, G2 got RNG, but yeah, this is a pretty good draw for Cloud9 and Fnatic. Definitely one of the best we could have hoped for, and that definitely has people excited about the knockout stage and basically how far can Western teams go. Additionally, I also kind of want to talk about that. Like, so far, in my opinion, this has been one of the best worlds ever. It's not just because of like the matchup quality. Like, all the regions feel a lot more competitive with each other. It's not just like, Korea dominating. But also the meta has actually been really good. There's been a lot of very viable strategies, early game strategies, mid game strategies, late game strategies. We've seen attack comps, catch comps, split push comps, protect comps. But the only one we haven't seen is siege comps. That's a little bit understandable given how things are in the meta. There's just a lot of variation, and it's just been very chaotic. Teams are getting really good at punishing mistakes, and they're going for a lot more riskier plays, which I really like. Just kind of, if they get a pick, then they start tower diving and going all sorts of crazy stuff. It feels like teams really understand what their limits are. So I've been really enjoying this World Championship. I think it's one of the best ever, if not the best ever. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below about as far as the competitiveness between the different regions and also the meta, whether or not you think that how this world stacks up to previous worlds. I also wanted to talk about that I am part of the League of Legends partner program, and this is how I'm getting free stuff from Riot. So Riot basically is partnering with all content creators, so streamers, YouTubers, all that kind of stuff, and they give us some special access and special content that we can give out to people. So right now, they've given us some infernal Amumu skin codes, and you actually get the green chroma, which is exclusive to the League of Legends partner program. You can't buy it, you can't get it anywhere else, you have to get it through a content creator. So if you guys are interested in that, I will tell you how you can get one of those green chromas at the end of the video. But now let's get into the my pick'ems. So this is if I was putting money on this, like if I was just, going to go gamble away, my life savings, this is what I would predict. This is the most likely thing to occur, but it will not be what my pick'ems are. I'm going to go through some of the different upsets that can happen, and then I'll end with what I'm actually going to lock in for my pick'ems, which is definitely a long shot, but I believe. So for the most likely thing that's going to happen, I think Afrika, Fnatic, KT, and RNG are going to get into the semis. Afrika will get into the finals, RNG will get into the finals, and RNG will be the champion. That is the most likely thing to happen. So now we're going to get through some of the most common upsets. So I do think that it's a very good chance that, well, not a very good chance, but a decent chance that Fnatic could upset Afrika. But I think it's even a harder chance that they could beat RNG, or if KT wins, Fnatic beating KT would also be very difficult. But there is a possibility that Fnatic could be world champions. It would require some pretty decent upsets. The other possibility is Cloud9 upsetting Afrika Freaks. I think this is what every single NA and EU fan wants, is they want to have that semifinals where it's both two Western teams, because that guarantees that a Western team gets to the finals. If that happens, I think there is a much greater chance that Fnatic will beat Cloud9. I think that without a doubt, Fnatic is the best team in the West right now, and this is coming from a NA fan. Fnatic is just on a level above everyone else in both NA and EU. They're definitely the best shot at potentially bringing home a Western World Championship. But even they are going to be hard-pressed to beat some of the Korean and the Chinese teams. I definitely still think that RNG being the world champion is the most likely outcome. However, what I'm going to go with, and I know that my bias is going to be showing very strongly here, is I'm going for the dream. I'm going to be going for the dream where Cloud9 is going to run the gambit and they're going to be the world champion. I am going to say that this is going to be like their gauntlet run. They're going to go 5 games with a Freak of Freaks. They'll go 5 games with Fnatic. They'll go 5 games with RNG. And they'll go from 10th place in NA LCS to world champions in a single season. So that's what I'm locking in as my final picks. I know that it is a long shot. Please don't leave a comment like, lol, this is have 0% chance. Yes, it's a less than 1% chance of it happening, but I believe. And I would like to lock this in and be wrong, then not lock it in and also be wrong and have Cloud9 be the world champion. So I'm going to put all my money behind Cloud9, and I'm going to cross my fingers and hope that they can show up and run the gauntlet like they've done so many times in the past and bring home a championship for NA. And wouldn't that be an amazing story, going from 10th place in NA to world champions? Probably not going to happen, but here's my hope. So, if you're interested in getting this Chroma, this green Chroma for Infernal Amumu, as well as the Infernal Amumu base skin, what I want you guys to do is show me your pick'ems and convince me why your pick'ems are the correct results. Now, you can go 2 ways with this. You can either go for humor or meme quality, things like that, but I definitely want you guys to put a little bit of effort into this. Or you can go more serious. You can look at statistics. You can look at how different teams stack up with the matchups, top lane, mid lane, bot lane, that kind of stuff. You either have to be funny or you have to be very, very convincing or logical. If you don't put any effort in, if you just say, I think Korea is going to win because Korea's won before, and you don't put a lot of effort into it, then you will be disqualified. I will award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul. However, if you put effort into this, and you actually explain to me your rationale, either from a funny perspective or a logical perspective, then you have a decent chance at winning one of these Chromas. So you can do that either in the comments below, or you can join my Discord and you can put your predictions in my Discord. I'll be looking at both areas. So I hope you guys like that. Good luck at winning this Chroma. I have quite a few to give out. However, I only have codes for NA and EU West. So you have to have an account on one of those 2 servers in order to get the Chroma. So good luck. I hope you guys have a great day. This is Randomonium signing off.